Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44. It's the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the westbourne of Airfield, and this one is under the command of shootr79 of the Wolf Creek Serial Aslains. Game on! 155mm howitzer mounted on top of the hull that originally would have come from a M41 Walker Bulldog. It's actually quite a versatile Arty. In fact, there are still some in the inventory of the Turkish armed forces at the moment. They were re-engineered. They actually had a new howitzer fitted from Rheinmetall. So yes, it's been changed a little, but the Arty itself is fundamentally sound. Okay, a nice view of the south, or the Temple Mount as I call it. Now, he's got a bit of a trouble trying to dial that one in. I would say, actually, one of the best things to do if you want to correct that is to actually use the... oh, that was a good shot. Is to use the... and we both now know where both the enemy Artys are. They've just fired and hit the Wizzy and effectively given away their position. Yes, if you want to get rid of that difficulty with lining up the shot, it actually helps if you use the Aslains strap assistant, because of course that one is more stable. It means you have to sign on every 10 days to get the free version or get it to work, but it's far better than using the standard one that comes with Wargaming. Of course, that thing tends to jump up and down a bit. Fires a blind shot in on that one. You notice there's one directly behind the rock at the back, just south of the airstrip, around about grid square E0 at the moment. There's definitely an Arty there. And the other one, I think the other one's been spotted. In fact, he's about to die because our guys got round the back of the map, and that was a direct hit. He just scored a direct hit on a T-78 hiding behind that rock. So our guys have done an end run around the south edge of the map and are now coming up behind the enemy. Okay, we've got a Dickomax who's had to turn around because, yeah, they're facing the enemy from their rear. Rouse up. That's a direct hit again on the Dickomax 271. He's getting loads of direct hits now. That GT is actually trying to hold our guys back. I think our guys should go through the enemy village, but, oh, we lost the Wizzy 131. And he was taken out by their SU-8, so they lost one of their Arty. They lost the S51. The SU-8, though, which was behind, was in position E0, has actually moved to a much better position. In fact, he just killed our Baguette Panther as well. So that Arty now has 2 kills. Going for the Hellcat. Try and line it up. Oh, that didn't work, and now we've lost the entire attack force. But the enemy, basically, they just turned around and swatted them, and now we've got a bit of a problem. We've got a bit of a problem now because we've got only the T-34-85 down in the south and a Jackson protecting our cap area, whereas they've still got a number of guys down in the south, as far as we can see, a Hellcat and a GT, and they could go around our guys and get at them from the rear. Okay, there's the G2. Who's that GT? G2. I don't think there is a GT, is there? Maybe I was misidentifying it. Yes, it is G2, not a GT. Now, we're only 1 tank up on the enemy, but I think they have the position. Yes, and there's the KV-2 on the enemy team, right down in the south. Now, that T-34-85 is blocking him, and that was a direct hit. But the worry is that there's a Hellcat on the enemy team in a position where he might be able to get shots on that T-3485. The other Arty on our team focusing on the KV-2 for the moment. Again, having difficulty trying to line up the shot because the battle assistant doesn't want to work. The Aslains battle assistant so much better. It does work. So if you do come across a problem like that, you can see how you can adjust your aim. Looking up in the north, that T-78 is probably still there. And there is an SFV still in sight further back. In fact, they're now saying that they think that the enemy Arty, the SU-8, is in grid square B0, right in the corner. Shooters focusing on this guy at the moment. And he's not getting very far. We just saw a tracer coming out from behind the bushes in the far corner of the map, the B0. So you can see exactly where he was now, the enemy Arty, that SU-8. We're still 2 over the enemy. And there's that T-78 you see is well protected behind that rock. Difficult for us to get a shot. We might want to relocate to get a better position. Our M12's gone right into the corner, and there you can see again, he's moved. He's actually behind the, just behind those that tree line there. He's waiting for a shot to actually give away the position. Probably get the T2. T-78's moving up. It's getting closer, but the SU-100 takes him down. So we're still 1 up on the enemy. Unfortunately, what I predicted down in the south is now coming to pass. That Hellcat's appeared, and he's moved up into a position where, well, we fired a round in to try and get the Hellcat, but we're not getting anywhere. He's changing position, get a better angle. So there's 2 enemy tanks now on the south mount. That's the problem, because if those 2 tanks work together, the T-3485 probably won't last very long. Okay, he's got a solution for the Hellcat. Line it up. Guy pulls back. Oh, I think he went past the solution point. Now he's in cover. That T-3485 is doing a good job, but sooner or later they're going to take advantage of him. We can see the Hellcat round south. That's a hit. And now we're 2 up on the enemy. And now we're 3 up on the enemy, but they claw 1 back. So it's down to 5 tanks left on our side, 3 on the enemy. Okay, we've got a shot on the VK. I'll definitely take that. Got close. And there's the KV-2 as he moved up from the south mountain. He's actually now working that alleyway. And in fact, there's none of our tanks are left in that area. So he's got free movement. Yes, he has been spotted by the box tank. And he just killed the box tank. So now it's 3 versus 3, but it's 2 Arty on our side and 1 Arty on the enemy team. And that Arty, that SU-8, has 5 kills. Now, I haven't heard of that player before, Death's Riddle, but obviously he's very good. He was whittling away our guys one by one. We saw that when we made the attack around the cap area. He killed two of them, two of our guys. Now we've got a major problem. The M12's coming our way because the VK's coming up behind him. And I'm wondering if our M12's going to reach in time. Okay, he's gone behind those bushes, but they're not going to provide any cover, actually. He really needs the T-34-85 to spot for us so we can actually get some shots in there. Remember, the reload time for the M44 has been adjusted by Wargaming. Used to be about 16 seconds if you actually put all the skills to work. Now, unfortunately, it's a lot longer. It's 21.45 seconds. Rounds out. Direct hit right on the KV2 for 226. Used to be 550 alpha, now it's 500. Now he's changing position here to get around and attack the KV2 from different direction. The worry is that he might get spotted. It might have been easier to actually go over the edge into the area in grid square K4, and then he would have been able to go around and fire from cover. The M12's joined us, and now we're coming up behind the KV2. He's attacking the T-34-85. So he's going to try and do a Rambo. Both Artys are going in, and they're going to try and shotgun the KV2. Well, the M12 failed, and the KV2 just fired, which means now he's got a long reload, and we can go in and derp him. But as soon as we've derped him, we have to move away. And remember, they've still got that BK. Okay, settle the aim. Well, he gets one hit, and now the M12 tries to come in. Oh my gum! Well, the KV2 kills the M12, but the T-34-85 kills the KV2. And now we're going in. Oh, we take one round. Go for the ram. Unfortunately, all we get is 158. And that just leaves the T-34-85 to kill the VK-3002. One more shot. That's all it takes. Or either that or a short ram. And that SU-8 is still trying to get his 6th kill. Well, that's the 2-minute warning. Unfortunately, now we've lost the T-34. We'll see that again. T-34-85 comes up to jump on top of the VK, but instead he actually kills himself. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for shootr79 of the Wolf Creek serial arsonists in the M44. You can tell it's the first ace he's had. He's got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time, so well done. Congratulations on breaking your duck. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 15. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. And a win 8 of 5,285 is Super Unicum standard. But sadly, unfortunately, he did die. Well, there's not much he could do. He did try to ram that and get rid of the VK-3002M. And basically all he could get was 158 hit points out of him for that. It was enough, technically, for the T-34-85 to get the kill shot on that guy, and he could have poked his head round the corner, just one more time to get that kill shot, and then it would have been up to him and the SU-8 on the enemy team. But sadly, no, I'm afraid the T-34-85 driver just wasn't up to it, and that's why it ended with a T-34-85 driver jumping on top of the VK and missing, and then dying himself. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage with 2,968 hit points. Second highest was the G2 on the enemy team, who picked up a Confederate and 2,400 hit points of damage. And in third place, we've got the Oni on our team with 1,869. When it came to kills, the high scorer was in fact the SU-8 on the enemy team. He got 5 kills. 4 kills went to their KV2 and 3 kills went to their VK3002M. And we can see shootr79 only got the 1 kill, I'm afraid. When it came to base XP, he's top of the table on his team with 576, but the high scorer is the G2, who managed 1,148, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 914 went to the VK3002M, who was still alive, but with minimal hit points at the end of the game, and 848 went to the SU-8 driver, who did have a very good game, and basically he might have been possible to shut him down earlier if we'd actually focused on that area. But Shooter didn't stay with it. He was looking to wait for that tracer to come out from the corner, but instead he was distracted by somebody else, and as a consequence, he didn't get a shot on this guy and didn't stop him. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. He fired 15 rounds, got 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 12 splash. Damage of 2,968, of which 2,547 were at more than 300 meters. The close range shots were actually the one on the KV2 and also the one on the VK3002M. We look at the to see who he actually penetrated. Well, I would have thought it was the Hellcat. Yes, very thin armor on Hellcats. He got 640 hit points from 1 penetrating shot on that guy. He also received 1 hit. It was a penetration. That was from the VK. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged. 1 was killed, and he got 354 hit points of damage assistance. And he earned a profit of, on a premium count, 17,851 credits, including getting a courageous resistance because he got 2 medals in the game. And also 1,362 experience points out of that one as well. So a very good first ace tanker, but unfortunately it was a loss. It was a defeat, but it wasn't Shooter's fault. He did everything he could under the circumstances, even surrendering his own life to knock a few more hit points off that VK, make him more amenable to that T-34-85, who did have the hit points to take at least 1 more shot from the VK and still get the kill shot on that guy, but he wasn't tempted to do so and backed off, and as a consequence we ended up with a loss. Couldn't be helped in these circumstances. It was the other players that let him down. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.